Greetings, my brothers and sisters. This is Brother West coming to you. I wanted to get back at you again right quick with some words of enlightenment, some words of encouragement. What I briefly just want to say, and I want to speak into your ears and speak into your heart for those people who feel underappreciated. I'm talking to the people who feel underappreciated. Meaning appreciation of a certain value. You have a certain value, you have a certain standard, you have a certain way, that's who you are. You feel as though things around you or people around you don't treat you worth your value. And because of this, inside of you, you want to become a different person. So in other words, see, you the type of person, you're a giver, you're the type of person, you help, you smile, you're kind, you give a lot. But you're at a point and you're at a place where you feel underappreciated. You feel like taking it back. In other words, you feel like stop doing what you're doing. Because you say it within yourself where they don't appreciate you anyway. And so I need to change up. I need to hold some stuff back. Then I might get the appreciation. My statement to you is keep being who you are. Keep being who you are, the gift that God has given you. You're kind. You're a giver. That's a gift from God. God gave it to you, and God's going to reward you based on your faithfulness concerning the gift that He's given you. And so don't get discouraged in the giving. It's unfortunate at times, and it's unfair. That it happens. That's life sometimes. But God going to fix it. God going to fix it. It's not your job to fix it. It's not your job. It's not your job to get the reward. But it's your job to remain faithful. Let me tell you something. And in the Bible, though, there's one man named Joseph. He was unappreciated. He was the youngest of his siblings, and he had a dream, and his father treated him a certain kind of way, gave him a coat. He was his favorite son, and because he was his favorite son, his brothers hated him, or they didn't like him because of that. Not only that he was the father's favorite, but also he had a dream. And in this dream was going to put them in a place to help them as a kinsman redeemer. But when he had that dream, that they became even more angry, and they plotted to even kill him. But instead of killing him, they put him in a pit and left him there to die. And many of you, you're a dreamer. You dream so many things. God has given you so many gifts. But the problem has been you've been around and you told those gifts or you told those dreams to the wrong people. And because you told those dreams or you told your dream to the wrong people, they plotted against you. They became jealous of you. They've tried to hurt you. They tried to silence you. They've tried to silence you any kind of way they can. But let me tell you, even the story with Joseph, even though he was put in a pit. To finish my story, even though Joseph was put in a pit, not only was put in the pit, he was put in the pit and left to die. He was put in the pit and left to die, but then he was sold as a slave to the king. He was sold as a slave. But in the midst of all of that, what was transpired against him, because he had a dream, because he was a dreamer, even though all that was transpired against him, it failed because at the end, he was right by the king's side. And the dream that he dreamed about redeeming his family back, because there was a famine in the land, because he interpreted dreams, he was the one that was put in position to redeem his brother land back. So my statement to you is, though, even though things have, and people and situations have done certain things against you, or tried to conspire against you to silence you, to keep you quiet, in the midst of all of that, just stay faithful. Stay faithful to God. Stay faithful to what God has put in your heart. Stay faithful to your calling. Stay faithful to who you are and how God is leading you. And you remaining faithful, even though men may not appreciate you. God will, just like David in the Bible. His own father didn't appreciate him, because when it was time to anoint a king, his father didn't even invite him to the party to see if the anointing would fall on him. He was unappreciated. And see what happened, even though, and when all the brothers stood up, the oil backed up. The man of God said, do you have any more sons? And his father Jesse said, yeah, we got one more. So we're going to stand right here until he come. And when he showed up, God showed his appreciation. And see, what people might unappreciate you, but God, at the appointed time, he's going to elevate you. All you got to do is humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, and in due season, he's going to do the exalting. And so those are my words. God bless you.